Oh boy. That was not fun. That was not fun. I'm gonna wait a minute or so here to let you guys get in here, man. But ooh, what a painful loss that was. Let me know if you guys can hear me, man. That was not fun. Yeah. See you guys getting in here, man. That was not fun at all. Oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about here. My reaction to the game, your guys' questions, submit them, and a lot more. Yeah, Joseph, I see you. I want to throw up. I want to throw up too. I want to throw up too. I don't even know where to start. Yeah, Andrew, season's over. 0-2. 0-2. And we're saying the season's over, and you're not even wrong. Not even wrong. Charles Allen, Casey going to beat us next week. I'm putting 200 on that. Should put more. It's going to be a bloodbath next week. All right, so let's start with this, folks. I did post my post-game recap video, so you guys can check that out. That is up. But I wanted to come live and talk about this loss with you guys because that was just unacceptable. Unacceptable. I can start with in a lot of places, but I want to start with the quarterback. I told you guys this last week after the Packers loss. Justin Fields, his release is way too slow. Right now, today, it's not even an offensive line problem. It's a Justin Fields, your release is way too slow. Hurry it up problem. 6 sacks. 6 sacks. That's what Justin Fields took today. And all 6 were not on the offensive line. In fact, a lot of those were on Justin. And look, folks, I want Justin to succeed. I'm criticizing him constructively. I'm calling him out constructively because I want him to be better. I want better for this team. And so Justin needs to play better. The windup and the release, man, it's such a problem because not only are you taking sacks because you're holding on to the football and you're taking forever to throw, it puts the O-line in a bad position, and then the receivers were open down the field and you didn't hit them. So I don't know what it is if Justin's seeing ghosts like Sam Darnold did a few years ago, or if he's broken, or if he's just not flat out good at this point. Because I saw Jordan Love throw another 3 touchdowns, and I think Justin Fields is more talented than Jordan Love. But hey, guess what? Talent doesn't mean anything at this point. Talent can only take you so far. Results, execution, that's what you need. Yeah, some of these were definitely on the offensive line, for sure. Braxton Jones gave up a sack. I remember that specifically. But Justin also held on to the football way too long. I'm saying way too long, folks. Like, Mitch didn't even do it this bad. Like, it was just sitting. And it's just like, what are you doing, Justin? Release it. And the game was even winnable still. 20-17. The offense has the football. And the game ends us losing by 10 points and Fields throwing 2 interceptions. Those 2 interceptions, one, you try to float the pass. It was a screen pass backed up in our end zone, and it gets picked off by Shaq Barrett, and he's just like, whoop, let me just go ahead and put it into the end zone. And the other one was the one where he tried to force it to Claypool, and now the ball got batted up and then got picked off. It is what it is. But, yeah, like, throw the damn football away, Justin. Don't hold on to it that long. That is just pathetic. Just pathetic. I really, really want Justin Fields to succeed, man. I really do. Like, this is the most talented quarterback in our history. But you gotta call it like you see it. And that's always been my MO. I'm not going to be an apologist. If you are playing garbage, I will tell you that you're playing like garbage. Now, there were 2 drives where Justin was good. The first drive was really good, ended with him scoring a touchdown. And the second drive was really good. It was in the 4th quarter, ended with the Chase Claypool touchdown. When Justin's on, he is incredible. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen a lot. And he's off more often than he's on. I see a lot of you guys saying that this is just like an organizational issue, and it is. It is, folks. Absolutely it is. For instance, right? Imagine you take Justin Fields and you drop him in the 49ers system, right? Or something like that. And Justin's got all day to throw, and he's got all the weapons in the world. He's got good coaching. He probably would do better. He probably would. But at this point, you have to face the reality of the situation. You are not going to have a perfect situation, Justin. You got to make it work. It is time for the Bears to have a quarterback that we win because of, not one that we win with. We won games with Justin, but we need him to win us a game. And so it's so frustrating, folks, because I know our team's not perfect. Our offensive line isn't good. Our defensive line is terrible. Our defense is terrible. Mike Evans babied our DBs today. Oh boy, Mike Evans had a game. 6 catches, 171 receiving yards, and a touchdown. I played him in DFS, and if you have him in fantasy, you probably won your matchup. The defense is hot garbage. Baker Mayfield threw for 300 plus passing yards on us. Hot garbage. All right. Rashad White ran for 73 rushing yards on us. And still we had a chance to win the game. Down 20-17. Still we had a chance to win the game down 20-17. That is what's so frustrating. I'm so heated, but it's more frustration at this point too, folks, because I want like everyone gone. It's like the second game of the season. We're 0-2. I want Poles gone. I want Eberflus gone. I want Justin gone. But it's like, oh my God, you know that just these quick turnarounds where you just getting rid of guys after guys, new quarterback every 2 years, new GM every 2 years, new coach every 2 years. That's not the answer. That's not long term. That's not sustainable. We know that, but it's just. All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox here just for a little bit and answer some questions. Can I get some questions in here for you guys? Super chats are welcome as always. I will definitely answer the super chat questions. But let me get through some of these other ones. So let's get some questions in here, folks. All right. So Sonia Welsh, is it players or coaches or both? It is both. Absolutely, it is both. Luke Getsy called an okay game. I don't think he was great. But this week, I think it was a little bit more of the players not executing, right? Justin Fields obviously held on to the football too long. Chase Claypool, man, just weak hands. It doesn't come down with a lot of balls. I think Cole Kmet didn't come down with one ball that Justin threw, which was a pretty ball as well. So it's both. It's both for sure. Matt Eberflus, his defense was not ready and just got absolutely destroyed and torched out there. So it was a little bit of both. Dave O'Dowd, I'm sorry to admit, but it's time we stop giving Fields a pass. I'm sad to admit, but it's time we move on and think about Drake May next year since Arizona's probably getting Caleb. You're not wrong, Dave, but I think we still have to give Justin the entire season, and I'm willing to do that. The other thing to think about, too, is, hey, if you bring in a Caleb Williams, you bring in a Drake May, I mean, in this organization, in this structure, are they able to succeed? Maybe they are. You know what? Talent shines and production shines, but interesting. Super chat here for you guys to answer your questions right away. Ryan Janka, we need Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, quarterback play is just not good. Tony Cerrone, Justin Fields is mainly to blame. Your whole team sucks, unfortunately. Thank you, Tony, for the Reality check. Yes, I know my team is not very good, and Justin Fields is mainly to blame. You just ruined my day. Frankie Juarez, Coach Prime, welcome to Chicago. I don't think he's leaving college. Sorry. He's in a good place right now. Derek Leaf, I'm tired of it at this point, Faiz. The organization is just atrocious. I'm tired of it too, Derek. I think the thing that is so frustrating to me is just seeing what's happening up north, right? In Green Bay, by the way, did the Packers lose? They were down by a point. So at least maybe my day can feel a little bit better knowing that they lost. They did lose. Still 24-25. The most frustrating thing at this point is up north, right? They've got that structure down pat. Jordan Love sits behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years, and he's able to just come in. Matt LaFleur's got the system all ready for him. Just go out there and execute. Offensive line's going to protect. And hey, look, Jordan Love's not holding on to football too long. He doesn't have confidence issues. So it's like, yeah, I'm definitely criticizing Fields, and you guys know I am because I'm doing it right now. But also the structure in place, man. The structure in place allows you to succeed. 6 TDs in 2 games for Jordan Love, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions in 2 games for 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in 2 games for Justin Fields. So sad. We have a super chat here. Appreciate that. Let me go ahead and grab that real quick. Quantum TP, this organization would ruin Caleb or Drake even if we draft them. Exactly. I don't have any faith in the Chicago Bears being able to properly develop Caleb Williams or Drake May. I think they would do the exact same thing as they did to Justin. Now, that is not to say you should not keep taking quarterbacks, because you should. You keep drafting quarterbacks until you find one. But I think it's time that you build up the team first and then drop the quarterback in. Right? If you build up the trenches, the O-line and the D-line, and you build in the coaching staff, and then you bring in the quarterback, perhaps that might help the quarterback succeed. Because look, it seems like, or it might seem like to you guys that I'm piling on Justin, and I'm not. I don't want to pile on Justin in the sense of everything's his fault. It's not. What I am trying to tell you is that I just cannot excuse the performance today, right? Last week, it was a Luke Getsy thing. Today, it was a Justin Fields thing. Justin Fields just held on to the football way too long. His release, his coming out of his release is way too slow. Like, why can't the coaches coach him out of that? Right? Why, like, if we're talking about mental things, that's one thing. But why can't you coach a guy out of saying, look, Justin, you're taking too long to throw the football, just rip it. You got to be quicker. Why can't that be a coaching thing? I can't understand that. I can't understand that. All right, let's get to some more questions here. Super chat as well for you guys. Trav Allen Fields not running on instincts. Exactly. He's not even running, actually. We're taking away Justin Fields' best trait as well. I haven't even focused on that, by the way. Justin Fields had 4 rushes for 3 rushing yards. So he can't pass and he can't run. Great job. Great job. Like, that's just pathetic. That's just pathetic. Dominic, Fields has fixable problems. I agree. I think so, right? Like his windup and his release should be able to be corrected. And again, as far as his anticipation and being able to see guys on the field, like, you can coach a guy into that, have him look at tape. Like, why can't you do that? I don't know why. I just feel like if we had like a Matt LaFleur, we had like a Mike McDaniel, we had like an Andy Reid, I think Justin would play better. The Bears have ruined Trubisky and Fields. Say less. Say less. It is an organizational thing. Folks, let me repeat this. 2 things can both be true. Okay? 2 things can both be true. Justin Fields needs to play better, and the organization sets up quarterbacks for failure. Both things can be true. And so that's the frustrating part here, is because we know Justin needs to be better, but we also know that the organization just cannot develop quarterbacks to save their life. We got a super chat here. Appreciate you, John. Faiz will be fine. It takes time to build team chemistry and cohesiveness. Getsy needs to run the football and work off that. Justin is not seasoned enough to throw the ball at will. Appreciate you bringing the positive inside, John. I agree. Look, here's the thing. All right. Let me take a step back. Let me take a deep breath. And let me just understand that we're 2 games into this. All right. 2 games into this. We have 15 more games left. And every team in the NFC North, I think, lost this week. Packers, Vikings, Lions. And the season isn't over. And you can still turn around the season and you can still, fix it. But that does not absolve you from being criticized game by game. Every single week you don't perform, the seat gets hotter. I'm talking about with Justin, Matt Eberflus, Ryan Poles. And if one of them are gone, I want them all gone. I'm just here to tell you this right here, right now. I want Justin to play the rest of the season out because I need to 100% know, 1,000% know if he's not the guy. And I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying it's not looking that way. But 1,000% I need to know if he's not the guy. Give him 15 more games. But if he's gone, I want Eberflus gone. I want Poles gone. Sorry, I just do. I don't want any of them to stay. Super chat here. Paw P. Chulo sits. Trade Fields to the Jets for a second. Man. I don't even know at this point if the Jets are going to do that, but we'll see. Yeah. As far as trading Justin Fields, I mean, he's not helping his trade value at all at this point. So that's all I got to say. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's just frustrating, folks. It's just so frustrating. Let's just take more questions here. 2X MED, should the entire game plan change? Because I think if you make the running backs run more and have Fields move out the pocket, we'll have more success in offense. I agree. Luke Getsy, Matt Eberflus, they got to go in there. They got to do something. Cardinals are currently 17-0. Fire everybody. Yeah, you thought the Bears were a hot mess. Look at the Giants. Look at the Giants. I got money on them, by the way, too. That's going to be an L. They're down 17-0. Folks, there's a lot of teams that are bad at this point. I'm not concerned with them. I'm concerned with my own football team, which is the Chicago Bears. Jose Merced, Poles needs to step in and fire the head coach, offense, and defensive coaches if we end up being 4-0. Yeah, we might have some big decisions to make if, by week 4, week 5, something doesn't turn around. If we're 0-4, 0-5, yeah, it's going to be a problem. Tyler Lee, he has 29 starts now. It's been time. Now, look, Tyler, let's be fair about this, all right? Justin Fields, through, all his starts thus far, it's not been all complete garbage, all right? He has, as a rusher, been elite. We know that. Second most rushing yards by a quarterback in a season. He's had flashes as a quarterback, the deep ball. And so we have to give Justin Fields the benefit of the doubt in the past 2 years where the infrastructure was not in place, the weapons were not in place. It's just this year now, it's like, okay, you've got, a little bit of what you asked for and needed. The offensive line is theoretically better, even though it's still garbage. The weapons are better. DJ Moore, hey, by the way, he got the football today. I told you guys this, didn't I? I guaranteed you it was a DJ Moore game. I hope you guys made some money from that because I did. So with DJ Moore getting the weapons, Justin Fields has had more help this year. And so you expect him to look better. And look, I'm not even saying I need Justin to throw 300 yards and 3 touchdowns every single game. All I'm saying is I need Justin to not turn the football over. I need Justin to make smart decisions. I need him to hit the open receivers. And I need him to run this offense fluidly. All right? Even if he's doing what Brock Purdy's doing with the 49ers. But he's more talented than that, so you expect more. But yeah, I'm not even expecting Justin to go out there and just have these monster games. But it would be nice to have a quarterback to carry us for once. I'm just expecting Justin to take that next step, to take that leap. That's what I want. John McCree with a super chat. It takes time. The Packers have a system. That's why their QBs have success. Everyone else in the division has seasoned QBs. Justin will be fine. Yeah, it does take time, John. I know it does. It's just that, it's hard to be patient. I told you if Justin was making even incremental progress, I'd be fine with it. But it's just today it was just bad. It was just bad. Like it was unacceptable to hold on to the football that long. I'm sorry. It just was. But I agree. We can still be more patient. I just don't know how patient at this point. Don't know how patient at this point. We got another super chat here. The franchise is cursed. There is no hope left. Just move the team to St. Louis and build a new team from scratch. Clean slate. Honestly, folks, doesn't it feel like that? The McCaskies need to just go ahead and sell the team at this point. Somebody put a voodoo on this franchise. We can't develop quarterbacks. We can't do whatever. Yeah, it's bad. Dr. Love, think they should have called more QB runs today? No, absolutely not. They did call a QB run one of the drives, and it was like it went nowhere. Awful. I like Justin more when he scrambles. I mean, sometimes you can call QB runs, but no, it was bad. Next week, Trav Allen. Next week is Casey. That's a loss, 13-game losing streak. Oh yeah. My game preview for next week might be like 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes, actually. It might be a minute. Not looking forward to that at all. It's so hard, guys. It's so hard out here. Taking more questions here for you guys, so just trying to answer some more here. Anything NFL, maybe even fantasy, let me know. Lucia, I hate that I expect to give up a first on every third down no matter the distance. Yep. The defense was awful. Was awful. Like Mike Evans was out there just toying with our DBs, man. He was just like, whoop. Whoop. That's it. Mike Evans all day. That's a grown man right there. That's a grown man. And our DBs, again, I don't know if Eddie Jackson's going to be good to go. Jaquan Brisker, but they left the game, and hopefully they're okay. But, yeah, our defense is not good at all. Baker Mayfield ripped us. Think about that. Baker Mayfield ripped us. We have Patrick Mahomes on the schedule next week. He might throw for 500. And that's an Arrowhead, by the way. It's an Arrowhead. Tyler Lee off topic, but why is Peterman second string? I think they are just putting him second string because he's more experienced, and Badgett's a rookie, UDFA undrafted free agent. Anthony Delby at the end of the day feels still a potential great QB, but throw in the coaching staff. Not sure what you mean, but yeah, potential only takes you so far. People expect results at this point. So far, what do you think of the defense? Juice 9,100. They're awful. This Bears defense is going to be terrible all year round. You know what? The one silver lining with the defense being terrible is that Justin's going to have to throw all year, and I'd rather him throw all year than us keep the training wheels on and baby him with screens or anything like that. So, yeah, it's going to be terrible. Matt Eberflus called the plays today. Did not have them ready. I'm sorry. He just did not. All right. Here we go. Super chat. Vincent Burns starting to hate the first GM and coach. Starting to hate the first GM and first coach you. I assume you're talking about Poles and Eberflus. Yeah. So I told you I'm not an Eberflus fan at all. I feel like Matt Eberflus is the invisible coach. No energy, no command of the locker room. Just has no energy, man. Like it just feels like he's not there. I don't feel like he's like the leader. I don't think he's got leader intangibles. He's to me a DC. He's a defensive coordinator. He's not a CEO head coach of a football team. And he certainly doesn't give you the results of one. So yeah, as far as Ryan Poles, so yeah, Eberflus I'm not a fan of. As far as Ryan Poles, he's done some good things. He's done some bad things. It is early at this point, but I just feel like with Ryan Poles, him hiring Eberflus was a major mistake, and that might cost him his job. Christian Gomez, should they get a new head coach and offensive coordinator? Honestly, folks, like today, I didn't think Luke Getsy's game plan was terrible. I thought it was not amazing, but it wasn't terrible. That's why I blame Fields more for today than I do with Lugetzi because guys were open down the field. You just had to find them. As far as Matt Eberflus and new head coach, I think this is early, but I'm just going to go out and say, yeah, I think we need a new head coach. I don't see what Matt Eberflus brings to this team. I don't think he's very good. Now, the problem with that is that you keep rotating coaches, you keep rotating OCs. That's what bad organizations do. You need stability at your quarterback position from a coaching perspective. Not to say you keep the bad coaches. I'm just saying overall stability matters. So that's the problem. Looking for some super chats here, people. I will go ahead and answer those as I get through these questions. Trav Allen, do you think it's a mistake for Poles getting second tier free agents instead of major free agents? Absolutely. That's the one thing about Ryan Poles. You had all of this draft capital, all these resources to go out and get game changers, and you're penny pinching. You're penny pinching, man. Remember last year, he had a chance to give Fields some weapons. Last year, he got Byron Pringle. Now, this year, he did better with getting weapons and stuff, but you should have beefed up the offensive line more in free agency. You didn't do that. Nate Davis, so far, not looking good. Darnell Wright, yeah, he looks solid, but again, should have done a better job. Chase Claypool, not looking good, though he did have a touchdown today. Oh boy, I knew this was coming. Chicago Bear City podcast. Time for Badgett. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. He is not going to give you. He's not going to take you anywhere where I feel like Justin Fields wouldn't. I like him, but he did again play against backups. Now he did play with backups, but I don't see it. If you had like a RG3 Kirk Cousins situation where you actually have a drafted quarterback sitting behind you, maybe, but you know what? Maybe you guys are onto something because Brock Purdy was obviously Mr. Irrelevant and look where he is now. I just don't know if it's time right now. It's actually not time right now. I'm not going to say it. Later on the season, we're out of the playoffs. I might be open to it. So not right now. Renewar Singh, do you think Justin's job is done? Not yet. I think he'll get the season until like we're out of playoff. I think until we're out of playoff positioning. All right, guys. Super chats. If you want a question answer right away, Mr. Cotton Wax, he was too worried about making mistakes. Yes, he was. Justin Fields was too worried about making mistakes. It's a mental thing. That was the same thing with Mitch. It's so frustrating how it's like the same things you see with Justin and with Mitch. Like Mitch had trouble processing and hitting open guys, and same thing with Justin. Underground rappers, what can we fix immediately in your opinion? It seems we are just too bad at this point. I think here's what you can fix immediately, okay? I think at this point right now, what you can do is you can tell and help Justin to get the ball out quicker, all right? Having your quarterback take all that punishment, taking all those sacks is never a good thing. And so you tell Justin to get the ball out quicker. You're not going to be able to change his release right away, but you can draw up plays for him to be able to do so. Not just screens, by the way, Luke Getz, if you're listening. But I think that's something you can do. I think you can, be a little bit more creative with the play calling. I think you can, defensively speaking, for sure, try to, get some more talent in the building and Brian Poles can try to get a better defensive line going. There's some things that can be fixed immediately. You're not going to fix everything, but I just think it's like cleaning up those mistakes, or this is the first thing. Malachi, it's only 2 weeks into it. Yeah, I'm not calling for Justin Fields' job. I'm just saying he just needs to play better. He just needs to play better. Oh, it's tough, guys. It's so tough. Again, super chat if you want your question answered right away. I don't know if you can coach instinct. Some QBs just have it naturally. Yeah, I mean, that is true. It is hard to coach instinct for sure. I just feel like with his with his release, right now it's the release that I'm really struggling with. That's the part where I'm having trouble with. Conwatch, he's got talent, but it looks like they did very little to improve his passing game. I agree. I agree. Just look, man. Just look up north with Jordan Love. Like Jordan Love does not have out of the world talent. He does not have an out of the world arm, but they just make it work with him. They just make the game very easy for him. Get the reads out. I think that he had 3 touchdowns today, right? One of them was like that pitch play where the guy comes across. That was a touchdown. Another one on the right side, Jaden Reed wide open. Like every time it looks like these guys are wide open for Jordan Love. Brock Purdy, look at him with Kyle Shanahan. Look at Tua with Mike McDaniel and those weapons. Like, it's possible, man. You don't need to be all this talented. And Justin Fields is talented. You don't even need all that talent to be able to execute properly an offense in the NFL. I know it's hard, but it is doable. And the Bears just can't seem to figure it out. It's an organizational issue as well. Yeah, I haven't seen enough. Gernur brings up a good point. I did not see enough rollouts and play actions and bootlegs. It was a lot of shotgun. It was a lot of just that and dropping Fields back. What did he drop back? Like 29 times today or something like that? Let me check here real quick. We got a super chat here. Appreciate that. John with the super chat. John, appreciate you. When you don't take the time to develop your quarterback, this will be the results. Think about it. Most great QBs sat on the bench and learn. It's only a few greats that come in with success. I agree. The Packers do it the right way. As much as we hate them, man, they do it the right way. Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre. Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers. Patrick Mahomes sat. Like, you sit quarterbacks, you let them develop. They come in, and they're more ready. Fortunately, in the NFL right now, it's a lot of teams don't have that option. A lot of teams don't have that luxury. I mean, just think about it this year. Carolina started Bryce Young. Houston started C.J. Stroud. Indy started Anthony Richardson. Like, there's very few organizations that have that luxury. The Bears are not one of them. They're just not. And it sucks, but it is the truth. All right, guys. I appreciate all of the questions. I'm going to have a ton of videos out this week, man, but I'm going to get out of here and watch something else to get this terrible, terrible taste out of my mouth and of what I just saw with the Bears. But I appreciate you guys, as always.